Bam. Ooh. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, we're live. Just like that. Nighttime driving. Nighttime driving. Nighttime driving. Yesterday I had a McDonald's double cheeseburger. Wow, my voice is crazy. Last night I don't even recognize myself. Hello, Sevon, is that you? Are you there? Hello? Sevy. Sevy, what's going on, Sevy? Are you there, Sevy? Oh, I had I went through the McDonald's drive-through yesterday. Been a minute since I'd done that. We were in San Diego, California. There's this skinny state on the western side of the North American continent that borders the Pacific Ocean on this planet that's, I guess it's a planet. This rock, this living being. I don't even know what the Earth is. But there's this thing spinning and there's water and land on it. That's what we call it. If you have to draw a distinction, you have to have categories. You don't see the world as one. Oh boy, I need sleep. And there's this thing on there that we call the North American continent, and on the west side, spot called California. And I live on this spot that was like, it's 300 and 400 miles. I don't know. Let's say 400 miles. 400 miles north of where I sleep at night. Last night at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I was 400 miles south of my bed. And 400 miles. So I was 400 miles south of my bed, and I was with this dude named Bill Grunler, and Bill was probably like, let's say 200 miles south of his bed, and he goes, I'm driving to my bed. He didn't say it like that, but something like that. And then I didn't plan on driving to my bed. But when he said that, I was like, oh, are you worried about traffic on the freeway? Oh, shit. I'm not even here. I might have to call it. I might have to call this show. So I said, are you worried about the traffic? And he's like, no, it's Sunday. And then I was like, oh, shit, it's Sunday. If I drive tomorrow, I'm going to have to drive through Los Angeles traffic, because San Diego's south of Los Angeles. And I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do that. That means I'm going to have to get up like at 5 a.m. I'm going to have to leave at 5 a.m., get up at 4 a.m. and leave at 5 a.m. to get through San Diego and LA before I hit traffic. So I left last night and started, me and Souza and Poolboy and Jay Vera, we left last night. And I just drove until I had to drive. What's crazy is I had to drive an hour past my house, north of my house. So imagine I'm driving. I was at Legends. I was at that event all day. And then we got back to our Airbnb in San Diego, and we packed up all our shit, which was crazy. We have so much shit. And then we drove. I had to drive north past my house for an hour to drop off Poolboy, Jay Vera, and Souza, and then I had to drive over the fucking summit, back into Santa Cruz, an hour south. So I think I was almost up for 24 hours. I think I got up at 5 yesterday. I think I put my head down at like 2:21. Traffic sounds terrible. I know. I learned that it wasn't the alcohol and hangover. It was the lack of sleep at this age. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. I need sleep. I need to sleep. And normally I get up at 6 a.m. to do the show, but I set my alarm at 6:30. Then I realized I was gonna be late to the show, so I switched the time to 7:05. I hope Taylor comes on with me. I need someone to help me carry this show. Wow. I had so much fun Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had so much fun. I really enjoyed the event, and I really enjoyed, the Masters. Boy, I've come a long way. I really enjoyed the Masters. I really liked everyone I met. Even this girl was going off on Taylor. I even liked her. Like, we went to go get a cup of coffee. I don't wanna tell the story really. I want Taylor to tell it. It's kinda funny. And this girl came up to him and was just I don't know if she was going off, but she was pretty like, she had some grievances. Like, if we had an HR department, she'd for sure have talked to Taylor. I don't know. She didn't seem like the kind of girl who goes to in the yard. She didn't seem like the kind of girl that would go to HR actually, but it was definitely an HR grievance she had with him. No, it wasn't you. I didn't see you. I didn't see you at the event. Were you at the event? You weren't at the event. What are you talking about, Miss Heidi? Was it me? Sebi, did you drive the PCH? No, 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 no. I just went on the 5. I learned some crazy shit this weekend. I learned some crazy shit. Oh yeah, the McDonald's order. Thank you. Yeah, keep me on track today, would you? Because my brain will wander to fucking 500,000 foot view, and I won't make any sense to people. I learned some crazy shit this weekend. I learned why. Yeah, I learned some crazy shit. I don't know how to say it without being just a complete arrogant douchebag, but I learned some crazy shit this weekend. Like the shit I learned this weekend. I could write a fucking book from. I learned some stuff about life. I had the pleasure of meeting you this weekend, Sevi. You're the man, even cooler in person. I tried to get you to shit talk the stepper machine and you stayed positive. Oh, yeah, it's funny that you say that. I see the world so differently than everyone. It's crazy. That's what my book would be about. I see the world so fucking differently than everyone. When I talk to people, I realize it. And that being said, there's some amazing people out there. I saw Jamie Latimer and I got to chat with her a little bit. She's so fucking cool. She just uh exudes love. She's so loving. She's so sweet. I'll tell you about McDonald's in a second. And something just for the masses that I didn't realize that people don't understand. When you hear someone say, uh, "What are you still in high school?" or "This is still so high school," it's blah blah blah. You know that. You know when people say that. Hey man, life is. If you don't realize that life, like when you're in high school, life is always high school. Like life is always high school. So like when Jamie went, the days were long, and we had the ability to have like 4 cameras simultaneously, but it was just too much for us. Um our backs were gonna break if we stayed out there with all 4 cameras the whole time. So a lot of times we just used 2 cameras. But when I would see someone like Jamie on the field and I had a moment, I would run down there with a camera and just point it at her. Because I know her from the show, right? And I know her from the Scott Schweitzer show on Sunday nights. And so I would go down there and film her. Or same with Jason Grubb. Like when Jason Grubb was down there, if we didn't have an extra camera down there, I would just run down there and film them. So that like because I know them and I like them and I just did it because like life's high school. You know what I mean? Oh, those are people I like. I'm gonna go down there and film them. Like everything is about who you like. Like if someone wins an event and you think they're gonna be interviewed, but if we don't like you, I'm not interviewing you. I'm doing what I want to do. And everything is like that. Everything is like that. It's just who you like. If you don't know that, you're at an enormous disadvantage. Sevi, give me your opinion on your Toyota Sienna, third baby boy coming in July, and we need a van. So I absolutely love my Sienna. I absolutely love my Sienna. Um, I absolutely love my Sienna. When I went and asked about the new Siennas, because when my timing chain broke, it was like I think I put $7,000 into the Sienna for the timing chain and some other shit. And I went down there and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get a new one." And I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, what's the deal with the new Siennas?" Like one of the mechanics in the mechanic area at Toyota. And he told me they're great. They're as good as the other Siennas. The only problem is that back door on it, the trunk door, he said that they didn't make the brackets that hold the trunk to the frame of the car robust enough, and so they're starting to snap off. I haven't seen the new Odysseys. I'm sure they're nice. I love my Sienna. Like I love, love, love my Sienna. When I saw Jamie, she gave me the biggest hug, and it wasn't some you know how people would just give you those shit hugs. She does not give you a shit hug. She pulled me in so fucking tight there was like no getting away. I think I loved her for that. The event is just full of really sincere, passionate people. I can't tell you like that. The event is full of like everyone who's there. Like, just imagine going, like, you go places where, like, maybe this is the paradigm I should start looking at the world through more. There's places you go where you can tell people want to be and people don't want to be. So, like, when I go to the grocery store and I'm there with my boys, like, there's nowhere I'd rather be. And I look around me, and I guess there's some people who don't really want to be there. They're just checking a box, or they need to get food and leave, or they're not present there. I guess they're not on the journey. They're like doing destination shit. I guess everywhere I go is I really, really want to be there. I think I could go to prison and have fun. I just want everywhere I am, I just want to be. But what's crazy about this CrossFit event in Del Mar is every single person wants to be there. It's kind of like working at a job where everyone there loves their job. Like there's nowhere, all those people there, no one would rather be where they are than where they are. It was awesome. It's so awesome. I really, really, really fucking like Bob. I fell in love with the guy Bob. I didn't get to talk to Joe much, and you can tell there's a lot of, and Joe's cool too, don't get me wrong, but you can tell, like, Joe kinda reminds me of Dave at the games. Like, he's like he's in full, like, paying attention mode. Um, it was awesome. It was so good. Oh, the athletes wanna be there. Oh, the fans there are, like, just the diehard fans. Just crazy diehard fans. How would you possibly know that they don't wanna be there? You know, you could that's a good question. You know, you can tell by those people who, I mean, it's not with 100% certainty, but you can just tell by the people at the supermarket. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there with my kids having a fucking blast. It's not even that I'm at the grocery store. You know what I mean? Like, I'm there, I'm looking around, I'm seeing everything, I'm seeing the fucking people, I'm having fun looking at the apples. Hey, that's why the Sienna's good, because when I'm driving my Sienna, I'm, like, excited to be in my Sienna. There's just people I don't know how you tell. That's a good question. That you can always tell. But you go to a CrossFit event, and it's like everyone wants to be there. And then I realized also that's how I just live my life. Everywhere I am, I just want to be wherever I am. That's why my life's so good. So on the drive home, we stopped at McDonald's, and I got a double cheeseburger. I actually ordered it,
You
um
did not.
yeah. I ordered it I'll have a hamburger with an extra bun and an extra slice of cheese because I heard that's the cheaper way to do it. Pool boy didn't order anything from McDonald's. I think I honestly think he didn't do it because, uh, I think he did it because he honestly was too embarrassed to eat at McDonald's, which I totally get. And then, like, 3 hours later, we stopped at In-N-Out, and he got 2 double doubles. He got 2 double cheeseburgers. Like two cheeseburgers on the way home yesterday. I woke up 3 times in the middle of the night with like a stomach ache. And then this
What time
morning
did you guys get in?
I got home at 2:20. You know, I had to drive an hour north of my house. Oh, wait, what did this guy say? Someone said there was no one there. It's the guy that was complaining about the cost of the stream. Hi, Mike. Good morning. God, Mike looks like a dude I used to smoke weed with. It's crazy. What was his name?
Yeah, the pussy tickler on his chin.
I really,
That's what that is.
his name. There were people there. There was a girl there who came up who had a grievance with Taylor.
I got yelled at.
There was
Good
a
for
guy
her.
from Israel wearing a CEO shirt. I saw 2 guys, a guy and a wife, having a Kill Taylor shirt.
Israel.
Yeah. If you, I'll tell you this. If you, for some fucking strange reason, want to have a chat with me, if you show up to an event and I see you wearing a shirt, one of our shirts, I'll come talk to you. Do you do that if you see a Sentinel shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's nothing. I'll stop everything I'm doing and come over and talk to you.
Yep.
I don't know.
But if you yell at me, if we're getting coffee and you yell at me, then I'll run away, and then 5 minutes later I'll come back and drop everything I'm doing and talk to you.
Hey, do you think I was kind of trying to describe that chick? I said, yeah, if we had an HR department, she would go complain to it. And then I realized, no, she wasn't really that kind of girl. She was a confrontational girl.
Yeah, I don't think she would do that.
Outside of everything that was,
I think that conversation put it all in perspective for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I respected her too. It was weird.
Yeah.
I know that girl. Like I had heard stuff about that girl, and I thought she was going to be ugly too. I thought she was going to be fat. I don't know why. Maybe because
she's a Masters Games athlete.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
and she did grid shit too, right? Maybe that's why I thought she was going to be fat. I think of the grid athletes as fat.
Yeah, and gay.
Let me think. Yeah, I could I think of probably the girls as being gay, like it being a good a safe space for lesbians.
Sorry, I'm late, dude. I just woke up 4 minutes ago.
I don't think you're late,
dude. I feel like I just got hit by a truck.
When I got on the show, I was trying to describe the drive, and then I started just thinking about outer space, and I started describing the Earth. I'm like, oh, I'm in big trouble. I am not. If you attend a CrossFit event, you're there because you want to be there. How do you know that? Remember, you just asked me that. How do you know that? How do you know? So you're a good dude, Pat. Otherwise, you wouldn't go. People go to supermarkets because they have to, and just don't like shopping. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, good point. but hey, like if I'm gonna go somewhere,
how do you know he's a good dude?
Because I don't know. Because I was talking to him earlier in the chat, and like he was being, I don't know. I felt like he's being a little bit of a contrarian, and he just came around. Yeah, I was thinking about JR this morning, and Wilson, and Bob and Joe, and Dave, and Ben and Blair, and just people who put on events, right? And just the different interactions we have with them, Dylan. And I was thinking about this commonality about how they come, regardless of what you think, they always come around and ask us if we have everything we need. But Bob was on another level.
Yeah, Bob was on another level. Also, I'll give them this. Bob was on. Bob was on another level, and there was zero red tape. Maybe even not even red tape, where there should have been some red tape.
Yeah, they maybe needed more. He was too much room. I know. When we taped down those cameras, I was like, I don't know if we should be doing this.
Yeah,
we ran cables into the middle of the floor and no one said anything. We would get destroyed at a lot of places for doing what we did. I haven't seen any of the stream. I need to call the contact at Flow Elite and ask him if we can I want to rip the final event. Like I want to rip the final day and put it on our YouTube station. I wonder if they would let us do that. I don't even care if they watermark it with Flow Elite or whatever. Oh, this is a great question. This is what I wanted to ask. Did Bryson poop yet? I was thinking that too this morning. Did Bryson poop yet?
If he's awake, he is. He's teaching 11:45, so he probably will before class.
Did you shit yet?
No. Well, I didn't like hold it in all weekend, dude. I didn't have like
I just shit my brains out.
I didn't have travel shitting syndrome. I could probably do one right now if I had to.
You guys got to be exhausted. I'm just sleepy. I'm just really sleepy. I didn't sleep much. Did you sleep on the plane? How was the flight? Do you have any airport stories?
I slept for like 2 hours on the plane, 2.5, maybe 3. And it was like a 4.5 hour flight. And I woke up, couldn't get back to sleep. The bathroom on the plane is so bad. Airplane bathrooms are so fucking disgusting over halfway through a flight. I go in there, the floors look entirely wet. I can't even breathe. I have to fucking stick my face into my hoodie to piss. Like, I'm like, if I go in there and it smells.
You thought the bathrooms at Del Mar smell. I didn't smell anything. Even after you said that.
Not in the bathroom at Del Mar, but standing over some of the urinals. Like the urinals would fill up. The urinals would fit and like that smell. I just can't breathe it in. I can't allow my lungs to know that disgusting. I mean, whatever particulates and fucking shits in the air, dude, I'm not putting that in my body. And so I go into this airplane bathroom and the floors were all wet and it smells so bad. And I'm like holding my breath. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to hold my breath long enough. So I stick my mouth in my hoodie. I'm like trying to pee.
Like as a filter, like a filtration system?
Yeah, just to not have to smell it.
I avoided all the urinals with pee in them. I like every other urinal was backed up with like a pee. I agree.
But then I would go. Sometimes I would go in and every urinal would be filled up with pee. So I would just turn around and go outside. I would walk behind that other building, which was like right next to the racetrack. Yeah, and just fucking sun on my back, fucking sun on my ass cheeks, just fucking piss hitting the sand. And then I kind of got into a habit of doing that all weekend. I was like, I'm free now. I tasted freedom. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to the bathroom, bro.
Just a drop in the bucket, but for all the hard work this weekend. Thanks, Joseph. It was fun. It was so fun. We came out really hard Thursday and Friday. Really the MVPs were Bryson and Jay for just being out there carrying the cameras.
I thought Bill and Pool Boy crushed too.
Yeah, they crushed. But holding those cameras is fucking crazy.
I realized 6 hours into the first day that I could not commentate that event.
How come?
I don't know. I was talking to Bryson about it when we were getting in the car with Lizzie, like dropping him off. And I was like, dude, I don't know what it was. If I just like got scared or like I couldn't sit behind the camera or I couldn't sit in that chair for 10 hours. But I think part of it also was I kept noticing that I was like, whenever I was like feeling like I would naturally want to talk, I was like jumping over Grundler or Mike. And I was like, wow, I can't jump over these guys. And then I think that combined with like the sitting down, I don't know, because I thought I was like so excited to commentate.
Did you like the role you fell into?
Yeah, I like the interviews, but I like, yeah, I don't know.
You're great with the interviews. The interviews are so good.
I want to commentate. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm a.
Oh, nope, not that. Wait.
What the fuck? Wow. Colton, you don't have to pretend to have a speech impediment, dude.
What do you say? Oh, I'm sorry you guys are sleepy. Carry those big cameras around must have been really hard. And the smelly bathrooms. He's fucking us up, dude. You guys are swoopers. Can I sponsor NorCal show?
Swoopers. Hey, you don't have to pretend to have a speech impediment, motherfucker.
He's fucking.
We already read your text like that, Colton.
Do you know what he's thinking as we're talking? He's like, "You fucking idiots! I get up at 4 and fucking send 1,000 pigs to slaughter, clean the shit of another 1,000 pigs, and then come home work out."
You know what you don't do though? You don't have to fucking worry about sucking this shit out of Bryson's ass for 3 days straight.
How Colton, you can do whatever you want with NorCal. Why don't you just come, dude?
Yeah, I know.
Just come.
I know, dude.
I'll get you a plane ticket. Just come join us, and we'll find you can do commentating and stuff.
He needs to qualify, dude. That's why he's going to Syndicate.
Oh,
but he could qualify at NorCal too. He could qualify.
Are those the same weekend?
Yep.
How to watch 2026 Magic City CrossFit semifinals. Oh, they're going to be on Flow Elite too. Yeah. Oh, how to watch Del Mar Classic. Watch Del Mar Classic here, right here.
Legends was probably one of the best events we've been to. Outside of Syndicate and the games, Wilson, obviously, things are very immaculate with him. Legends was run so well, and the volunteers were treated so well. The food was so good.
The food was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I gained a little weight over the weekend. That's how good the food was.
So it's up. This is up. We can watch this shit? You can watch this shit if you go there?
I guess so. Oh, damn, dude. I'm the thumbnail. Let's get it. It was run so well. And I would say I'm sure this isn't the only area of improvement, but the area of improvement I think is just, programming.
Well, hey, I want to say this, and you can feel free to unfuck me, but over the years, 1,017 times I've heard people be critical about the programming, and then they go to the event, whatever it is. When they go to the event and attend it, 1,016 times they're like, "Oh shit, I was wrong."
Oh no.
Okay, let me finish. And this was absolutely no different. The amount of shitting I heard on the programming was crazy, and especially for the final event. And that may have been fucking one of the best final events I've ever fucking seen. It was fucking off the hook.
Savon, it was a great final at that weight. That wasn't the weight they announced.
They didn't announce any event. It was just speculation and pundits. That's echo chamber shit. That's everyone said except for them. Hey. They didn't say it. They never said it.
All right, dude. Fine. I won't talk about this on this show. I'll wait.
Because so you can go somewhere else and lie. and have me not hold you accountable.
Oh, dude, you're projection maxing, dude. You're projection maxing.
Hey, dude.
Hey, you're right. You're right. They didn't announce the 80s, but the head of the volunteer team, the head of the scoring team, the head of the equipment team, the head of the fucking workout team guy was like, "Hey, your workouts with 80s."
Who do you say that to? Who do you say that to?
The athletes, numbnut.
When? Where? I never
Saturday
heard it.
night.
I was there for 3 days. Saturday night, he said your workouts with 80s. Okay. So they did it with 60s. Events change all the time.
Right. I think that's fine. I'm not complaining the event changed. And I'm not complaining that it was with 60s. I thought it was an awesome workout with 60s.
But you were going to do some sort of but they said, but.
No. And you're still not even letting me get to the point. It's like,
okay, go ahead.
And you do this with the open too. You're like, this workout was an awesome workout. I hear people complain all the time. And then they do the workout and they love it. And I'm like, hey, dude, all 3 open workouts were great on their own. But like, there's like this one cog missing in your brain. It's like this one piece of the puzzle that for whatever reason, when you get to be 66, 67, just falls out. You can't ever find it again. And it's like, hey, it's
I understand the open. You're talking about the context in which the workouts were supposed to be used and what they were supposed to test and all that stuff. But so what if you go to an event
It's not so what, Sevon. That's the thing. Hey, I'm not about to take a shit on them. I said one area for improvement.
Feel free to take a shit on. Feel free to take a shit on.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
So many people were shitting on the final event, and it was absolutely fucking amazing. It was fun to watch. The movements were great. The athletes were pushed to that dark place.
Yeah, it was a sick workout. It was a great.
The races were incredible. It was super easy to follow.
And I liked that the final wasn't a 6-minute workout. Here's the thing. That 1,017 times that people shit on the programming and the 1,016 times that people change their mind. It's not people change their mind. It's people going in person and realizing, I like Joe and Bob. I'm not going to fucking beat them to death.
I'm not saying I like that workout because I like Joe and Bob. Is that what you're insinuating?
Oh, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say that.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot.
It's like you can tell that somebody doesn't want to be there, dude. I can just tell. Oh, you're telling me I can't tell now?
Yeah. So did you only like that workout because you like Joe and Bob?
No, motherfucker.
Hey, dude, people were like, those dumbbells were just thrown in there. Like, it might as well have just been pulled out. I saw that the tater tot, the dwarf guy, being like,
they were thrown in there. They
might have just been pulled out of a deck. They were just thrown in there because they were.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this.
But the way they say it, they were just thrown in there. It's just like they had to use the dumbbells.
This is the thing that saved them, and it saves a lot of people, and that is constantly varied functional movements at high intensity work so well. It works too well that it can let a lot of, I don't want to say mistakes or errors, but it can let a lot of overlooking or missing things off the hook. That's how good constantly varied functional movements at high intensity work. And again, you're still not even getting to the point of why the programming is an area of improvement. But it's fine. You don't want to know. You don't want the truth.
You're not getting it. I'm getting it. Oh, gee.
No, dude. You're not getting it. We haven't even talked about it.
You flipped the script on me. I saw what you did there.
Dude, it's... Fuck you. I'm going to say it. You're not even asking me. You won't even let me say it. You won't even ask me. Listen, guys.
Tell me what I'm supposed to ask you. Teach me. School me in the ways.
Listen. It's just as simple as this. 4 out of the 5 workouts had a moderate to heavy weightlifting implement in it that was a major linchpin in the result of the workout. A major linchpin. Workout 2, the 30 sandbag cleans, took, I don't know, maybe double the time of both sets of chest to bar. Workout 3, all a heavy barbell. And again, a second clean. You had sandbag cleans to the shoulder Friday night, a barbell clean to the shoulder Saturday morning, and more deadlifts and pulling off of the floor. Then you had the next workout, which was the heavy overhead squats, which by far was the linchpin of the workout. Who can go unbroken on the bar muscle ups and handstand walk fast while being able to overhead squat that heavy bar? Because the reps ascended. That ascending rep scheme on the overhead squat essentially made it the workout. And again, a cool ass workout. Really cool workout. I love the workout. And then the final day, a heavy wall ball and a heavy devil's press. And let's not even acknowledge the wall ball. Let's say the wall ball is irrelevant. And for the elite man, I don't want to say that it was irrelevant. James obliterated the wall ball and murked the whole workout. But the devil's press took, for some athletes, half of the workout. Of a 14-minute workout.
But listen, I totally agree with you. And don't forget, it's another pulling shit off the floor. If you would have started with the devil's press and put the wall balls where the devil's press was, let's say you would have started with the devil's press and put the wall balls would have fucking taken people just as long as the fucking devil's press.
Negative. It's just a
no. No, you have to at least acknowledge it was fucking after the wall balls and after the box overs. You got to fucking acknowledge that.
Hey, for those athletes,
hey, I want to also give a huge nod to yeah, my turn to talk. I timed you. You had 61 seconds. I want to acknowledge this. Other people would have fucking put a rower in there, or a fucking ski erg, or a fucking C2, or an air runner to rev the athletes up. They put in 60 fucking wall balls. Hats off to you guys for not being fucking cucks and fucking and overusing the machines.
I love that. I love that. They used the machines once, but you know what they also didn't do? They didn't run.
Yeah, they didn't run.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not shitting on it, dude. You don't have to get defensive. You don't have to.
I'm not defensive, and I don't think you're shitting on it. But I'm just telling you, I hear so much fucking criticism and people saying the stupidest shit, and then you go there, and then once
is that stupid?
No, not you. I was right. I was right about the programming. I was right about Lydia Fish.
Oh, dude. What do you mean you were right about the programming?
I knew it was going to be fine. I knew it was going to be great.
Again, that's like it's letting it off the hook. I don't like that.
I agree let it off the hook. You're saying it's not perfect for in the qualification process to get to the games. Okay,
well, it doesn't have to be perfect, dude. It doesn't have to be perfect. But when CrossFit says, "Hey, we're gonna have some guardrails. We're gonna have some guardrails, and we're gonna put some parameters in place," like you need someone that's gonna put their foot down and say, "Okay, guys, let's at least just run for sure." Let's definitely run. I don't care how you do it. Let's just actually do that.
You should do that in the Trump voice. Let's definitely run.
No, dude, Trump's a pedophile. And
a warmonger.
Yeah, dude, he's a cuck, dude, for the tiny hats. What are you talking about? That's what someone keeps DMing me. I'm like, dude, get out of my fucking DMs, bro. I don't fucking like politicians. Anyways, that's a weird thing. People conflate that I like love Trump. I'm like, hey, I was fired up about Trump because I didn't actually want communism from Kamala Harris. So that's it. But anyways, I thought it was an amazing event. I thought the final workout was sick. It was so much fun to watch. And yeah, I just think, hey, you take a look. Not only do the 4 of the 5 workouts depend on weightlifting, but then because of the resistance on the stepper machines, the first workout largely wasn't based in aerobic capacity. It was now muscular endurance. So it was again, and it favored you being big and heavy. So it was just, and I like the stepper machines. I don't think for a second we should just abide by some arbitrary hierarchy of machines based on how long one's been in the space over another. Like, I could care less. I could care less if it's a stepper or a concept. I could not fucking care less. But you at least got to know, hey, we try this on 10. It's going to be really muscular. And now 5 of the 5 workouts are, resistance based.
It was crazy how close Lydia and Sydney Sweeney were to each other.
Who? Oh, in that final workout.
Yeah, Lydia put the fucking hammer down. She was a half a second away from qualifying for the games. God, I was so fucking bummed for her.
I know. I wish she didn't put yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Did anyone go back and put the dumbbells down on the first round?
Yeah, in the first set of lunges, I just turn around and fucking suck it up. But
can anyone do all the lunges unbroken? All 3 traverses of the floor? I didn't see anyone do it, but I'm not saying no one did. But she did.
Yeah, I think someone could do it.
Someone could do it.
She did 2 of them. And so that makes it. Hey, if you can do 1, you can do 100. David Goggins. She just, you got to carry the boats a little more. You got to go one more, bud. It's easy for me to say. I don't know. I said I wanted to see her not do that because obviously I want to see her go to the games.
Yeah.
But of course she wanted that too. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
And Danielle obliterated. I was also really happy Danielle Brandon got to show her why she's the 4th fittest woman in the world. She fucking put the smack down.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on that first day. Nerves, maybe competition nerves. Who knows? Danielle did all the lunges unbroken. Yeah, good call.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy. How do you know that? How do you know that, Megan? Were you there or did you watch it on the stream?
Oh, it's a pooping dog. That's how a lot of people look when they lift weights right there, is that dog.
Will the legends be streamed on YouTube after the fact so we don't have to pay flow? Honestly, I have no idea how any of that works. There's in my way of thinking, there's legends they put on the event and Flow's the streaming platform and we're the people who filmed it and produced it. And It's the Legends guys who talk to the Flow guys.
Hey, Christine. Yeah. Listen.
I will. What did she say? Well, we didn't see her on film until later in that workout.
We were telling a story, Christine.
We didn't see who, Danielle?
Yeah.
I think she was on one of the far ends, right?
No, she was center middle.
No, center middle was Kerstetter, Fish, and
she was center middle, boy.
Abigail.
She was not all the way at the end. She was 2 lanes in from the edge, which I call more center middle.
I call that.
Sorry, that should have been like outer middle. I should have said outer middle.
Well, in the center for sure was, I think the people ahead of her were Domit, Olivia, Lydia, Rolf, maybe one other good chick.
I don't get it. Well, if you post a black square, you get a free subscription. I thought to get a free subscription, you had to do one of these. You had to do one of these knee down. Fucking.
It was. I don't want to say I was embarrassed, but I asked the Flow Elite. The Flow Elite had sent a representative out there who was really cool. And do you know? Did you hear the story about me and that guy?
Yeah, it was crazy. Really small world.
What a crazy world.
I want to know how many views the stream got. I need to know that.
So Flow Elite sends this guy out there, and he said, "Hey, we've met before." And I said, "Oh yeah, where?" And he said 5 years ago. And I go, "Oh, I don't remember. Can you refresh me?" And he said, "We met on the beach in Santa Cruz." And I go, "What?" He goes, "I was just on the beach. I was visiting Santa Cruz on vacation. I was there with my wife and my kid, and you were down there, and me and you sparked up a conversation and started shooting the shit." And I go, "Oh, I don't remember." He goes, "You invited me. We hung out all day at the beach, and then you invited me to your house afterwards." I was like, God, I'm such a fucking weirdo.
I'm surprised on Taylor's perspective of the stepper machines. Watching those guys bike and ski through the mud on Dapper 10 on a time cap wasn't great. First off, it's variable pitch technology. Variable pitch resistance. My perspective on it, on the machines, doesn't have to do with my perspective on the time cap and waterfalling the workout.
And the damper setting. Hey, dude, reread what you wrote. I don't understand why you would. That doesn't even make sense. You have a flaw in your logic.
Again, I think watching any machine in a competition is boring unless it's like an Echo Bike Sprint or it's a really shorter amount in a chipper workout, and you can see them to continue advance down the field of play. But the format has nothing to do with the machines. Like they could have done that at concept too. So I thought it was fine to use those. Sorry, I wouldn't pay. You black squared us.
You don't have to be sorry. Yeah, I want one of those stepper Stairmasters. I think their machines really are expensive. They're robust as fuck, right?
Yeah, they felt incredibly durable. Barry McCockner, want more exposure to the sport, but put it behind a paywall. I don't want more exposure to the sport. I want more exposure to the affiliates.
So I asked the guy from there, I said, how many sports are on Flow Elite? And he said 25. And I said, I read you guys did 60,000 live streams last year. He goes, yeah, we're doing 1,200 this weekend. Streaming 1,200. I'm like, holy shit. I said, I heard you guys had 2.5 billion views last year. And he goes, yeah. And I said, how many of the sports complain that they're on Flow Elite? He goes, not a single one. I go, none? He goes, I've never heard a complaint about anything. This is the first time we've ever heard complaints about it being on Flow Elite. He goes, it's quite the opposite. If we don't put it on Flow Elite, the other sports completely freak out. And I go, oh, because they're grateful that you stream it? And he goes, yeah. And I wanted to, for a second, I thought about getting embarrassed.
That's an average. If those numbers are correct, that's an average of 40,000 views per stream.
Yeah. And I started thinking, holy shit. So
that's unbelievable.
You want, like, the wrestling's huge. And so when they find out it's on Flow Elite, they get so excited because someone's actually going to stream their shit and gives a shit about their shit. You stream, you know, someone pays and people go down there and stream it. And then the second it costs any money, this community fucking freaks out. Not the majority, the small, I want to say it's the vocal minority because 100 people came up to me and thanked us for putting on Flow Elite. But people like what, I don't know who said that. Someone said something, you want more exposure. And then I also started thinking this weekend, Taylor, there might not be a better place than Flow Elite because that means we all know that if you do any sport or anything in life that you want to excel out and you add CrossFit to it, you're going to get better at it. And so the people who watch Flow Elite, that means there's 25 other sports now that when they're browsing on the Flow Elite channel, they're going to get exposure to CrossFit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and here, this is the discussion that has to be had. Dan Guerrero, Mayhem was too good to us. And there's a discussion that has to be had. Mayhem went out of pocket and lost money to put that stream on. That's probably only possible for an event like the Mayhem Classic that's able to draw massive sponsors in on Rich's name, off of Rich's name, not the athlete's name, and then pay for it off of his business's back, not the in-person ticket sales back. That's how he can afford to pay for that free stream for everyone. And in the past, CrossFit was essentially doing the same thing. CrossFit was essentially paying for the stream off of the affiliate's back and off of Greg Glassman and CrossFit's name, paying for it, not off of the athlete, any income the athletes are generating. And I'm not saying that they should generate income, but you look at the NFL, the talent level of the athlete generates an enormous amount of income for a team. You have the best athletes, you sell the most fucking jerseys, you sell the most tickets, you sell the most, red zone subscriptions. And then you can put it behind a paywall or not, show it for free because you've sold this many jerseys and this many tickets, et cetera, et cetera. I'm back and forth on the CrossFit thing. It's like, part of me is like, hey man, CrossFit this should just be one huge marketing expense and every part of it should be marketed as this is the most extreme and perfect example, maybe not perfect. This is the most extreme example of the CrossFit methodology. This is what happens when you take constantly varied functional movements performed at high intensity to an extreme while eating to support exercise, but not body fat. This is the example. This is the outcome. And anyone can get here. I wish all of it were just filmed through that lens. But then the other side of me is like, well, like, hey, every single UFC fight is behind a paywall. Everything on Netflix is behind a paywall. Everything on YouTube Premium, not everything on YouTube Premium, but a lot of things on YouTube Premium or YouTube TV is behind a paywall. Everything on Hulu is behind a paywall. Everything on Peacock's behind a paywall. Everything on cable TV is behind a paywall. Everything in the NFL is behind a paywall. Unless it's on public broadcast, network or whatever, PBS, CBS. But even that's behind a paywall because your tax dollars are subsidizing those news networks. Literally everything's behind a paywall. So
and you have to pay for internet.
Yeah. So to that extent, I get it. It's not the money for me. I think for most people, it's probably the principle. It used to be free and now it's not. I mean, if you're someone where $30 breaks the bank for you, hey, we don't want you to watch. We don't want you to fucking struggle to pay rent.
I don't know. This. I don't know if I would have paid. I don't know if I would have paid. Well, I'm probably a bad example. I don't know if I would have paid the $30, but I also don't know if I probably wouldn't have even watched the event unless it was relevant to this podcast. I don't even know if I would have watched it. I mean, there's shitloads of semifinals that will be free that I won't watch. Right, I don't think it's a big deal that people didn't pay for it. I get why people wouldn't pay for it.
No, I don't either. I just think it's. I don't think it's.
But to complain about it is a. is a
Well, I
huge
think the
miss.
complaining comes from change. Like the Flow doesn't get the complaints for other sports because it wasn't used to be free. Now it's not. It's used to not be streamed. Now it's streamed.
I would pay. I would have paid for I would pay for Rogue if Rogue cost money.
I would pay for the games if the games cost money. Hey, the games documentary costs money when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? The thing is, though, your perspective on all those other people watching Flow and coming across that is good. I used to pay to watch, dude. I used to pay to watch fucking motocross.
I have a Flow membership. I have a Flow membership because of all the jiu-jitsu on there.
I used to pay to watch motocross. Here's the thing. I don't think, and I kept seeing that, and I was thinking, man, of course I saw the stands, Dan. I don't think any of that is because things are behind a paywall, and I don't think any of that is because all of a sudden the sport's gotten boring. I think all of that is because we don't have a leader who's taking us in the direction that we were going at one point in time.
How about football? How much does football cost to watch?
The NFL costs
a fortune.
Dude, to watch. Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
If you want to watch the whole season of your favorite team, it's $500.
Unless you live in that city, you get to watch every game that city's on, whatever. But yeah, the $30. Yeah, how much does it cost? Well, this is the thing, Pat. The ballpark is a range because you could pay someone like Hamilton Road $200,000, $250,000 to run that broadcast.
Minimum.
And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. So now imagine this. Imagine your legends trying to come up with $250,000 to run a fucking stream by Hamilton Road.
And like you said, the stand, there weren't a lot of people there. There were like the stand, there were probably like 3,000 people.
Hey, go back and watch.
Maybe there were a lot of people there, but it didn't look
not that there weren't. Go back and watch the past 4 years of Wodapalooza. That's a Hamilton Road production. That's a Hamilton Road broadcast, and that's a range from like 100 to 200K. Maybe sometimes
no. Hamilton Road doesn't come out for less than 250.
Okay, so hey, go back and watch the past 4 or 5 years of Wodapalooza. That's a Hamilton Road production that costs $250,000, and
usually 500 is probably more realistic, to be honest.
And I'm saying that because the production quality and the broadcast and the live stream quality of Wodapalooza is not great. It's not like, wow, this is impeccable. Rogue is better. The games is better, and that's just to say you can spend that amount of money and have variability in the quality. I'm sure the games pays Hamilton and Road. The quality is maybe better. So they're working with what they have, but they charge this amount. So imagine you're a fucking event like that, trying to figure out how to come up with 200 or 250K. And you've got this company that's like, hey, I'll pay for it, but I want the rights to it. It's stupid to not say yes to that. I do think I really don't know anything about any of it. I will say I want to know what our views were across the weekend, and I bet you it gets
as many. I bet you it gets more I bet you this. I bet you it gets more non-CrossFitting people
than any other
CrossFit demographic than any other stream in the history of CrossFit. I bet you that.
I want to know what that was. Yeah, and also
it was on ESPN.
And also, at first I was like, I wonder why they don't capture all this. They should try to capture all the semifinals and sell a package. Like, hey, $50 ticket to watch all the semifinals. You get all the semifinals. I thought that'd be a good idea. And maybe it's not. Maybe it should just be, hey, you just get one subscription. And that's the thing. That's what Best Hour will tell you to do with your affiliate. That's what Two Brain will tell you to do with your affiliate. Hey, no discounts. It's one price for the membership. And if they don't see the value in it, they're not the customer you're after. I mean,
or if Flow Elite doesn't get enough subscriptions, they'll just be like, okay, we're out of, we tried again and it didn't work, and they'll leave. They have do you know that they have 1.2 million subscribers at $30 a month? I already had a subscription, me too, for Flow because of my kids wrestle. Yeah, the wrestling community hates Flow. It's just been the only option for so long, but they're starting to move away from it. I don't think that's true at all. I think I think the wrestling community is moving closer and closer to Flow. I think the only frustration they have, tell me if I'm right, Miss Danzel, but I think the only frustration they have is they want more. Yeah. How about CrossFit makes a huge investment to partner with Fox or ESPN in order to generate
What?
interest? Yeah. Yeah, totally. I totally agree.
But
Are
here's the
you
thing, Cole.
great?
They're now own.
People say the craziest.
That's it's. I mean, hey,
How
I
about
don't
you
want to.
date Miss America, Cole, and get her pregnant and have kids with a really
Yeah, how
fucking
come you're not fucking Sydney Sweeney, dude?
high genetic
Not the
profile?
Timu one that someone keeps
Fucking
referencing. The fucking how come you're not boinking Sydney Sweeney, bro? Why? Like, duh. Shouldn't you just do that?
uh
Also, she's probably a psycho.
It's true. The wrestlers the wrestlers I know hate them. The guys who started it are a piece of shit. I don't know anything about the guys, but everything that I know, all the people I know in the wrestling community and jiu-jitsu community fucking love Flow Elite. Like they have the app on their phone. They fucking can't get enough. They're so excited that there's never been more options to watch wrestling than ever before, thanks to Flow. So hey, listen, and all the CrossFitters I know are fucking hate it that it's on Flow. You guys also didn't really advertise it. Advertise what? That it's
we
gonna
didn't
be
know
on
it was going to
Flow?
be on Flow Elite until the
Dude,
fucking week prior, dickheads.
I don't even know if I knew the week prior.
I was looking up because for whatever reason, I was under the
Flow Bank?
impression.
Oh, it's called Flow Bank? Sorry, go
I was
ahead.
under the impression this guy's a massive asshole, strong body, strong mind. He's the most negative person ever. Every comment section, every video, so negative, yet watches all the content. I was, for whatever reason, I was under the impression Flow was under new ownership, but I said, is Flow Elite Sports under new ownership? And it says, based on recent search results, Flow Sports, parent company of Flow Racing and various specialized sports platforms, is expanding through new investments rather than having changed ownership itself. New investment 2025, Flow Sports closed a Series D funding round led by Dream Sports to expand content, technology, and analytics. So that's probably the new influx of cash we were hearing about. They acquired in 2025 Lucas Oil late model dirt series. Wow, that's you. I used to pay for a Lucas Oil motocross to watch that. They did have a leadership change in 2026, a new president.
Oh, I remember this. Back in the day, a lot of parents used Periscope app to video live youth high school events so all the relatives, friends could watch their kids. I remember that app, Periscope. Flow Elite got more cash this year. It sounds like that they're pretty excited to try new things.
Mm.
Yeah, the reason why Mayhem happened is because of Rich. He was willing to figure out a way to make it fiscally possible. And they got the most experience. Was that no? That wasn't even Hamilton Road that did them, right? They did a fucking amazing job for
Mayhem
dudes who don't do CrossFit.
Who?
Whoever did. I don't think it was Hamilton Road who did Mayhem this year. It was
it was a PBS team. It was like a local news network team,
which is pretty crazy. I wonder if they were CrossFitters.
Mm.
Hey, the only reason why Legends was even streamed is because Bob's a fucking crazy fucking rabid CrossFitter, Bob and Joe, and me and Taylor and Jay Vera and Bill Grunler and Souza and Jenny and whoever's Bryson are fucking rabid CrossFitters. Like there was no one doing it like for any other reason.
I might agree with this. If a CrossFit competition was a 2 to 3 hour thing, start to finish, we'd be watching on ESPN every time, but it's an all-day affair or even a multi-day affair. I don't know. People watch people watch Formula One, and that's a whole weekend. A Grand Prix, a whole weekend. You have qualification, day one, then you have the race. People watch all of it.
Hey, Pat, doesn't along that line of thinking, Pat, doesn't Rogue put together like a 1-hour version of their show for CBS or something and package it? Like,
and so does
I think Rogue does that.
Motocross is like they do two motos like every week when they're racing. I don't know. I could be, but I kind of do agree. Like it is the expression of the methodology that we see on TV is so hard to follow for people that don't do it. And maybe I don't know. I mean, maybe football is too, but it's not like common functional movements at high intensity isn't like common knowledge. Like football is like, yeah, most people know what the rules are. Generally speaking, they know a quarterback throws the ball and a fucking wide receiver catches it. They know linemen are fat and they fucking, push each other and a running back runs with the football. Like most people know that. No one fucking knows what a thruster is. No one even knows what a clean and jerk and a snatch are. And that's in the fucking Olympics.
Do you know what the guy told me at Flow Elite? Do you know what their number one biggest day all time of new subscriptions was? It was they got 55,000 new subscribers in one day from a cheerleading event where 8,000 there were 8,000 participants, 8,000 cheerleaders in the competition.
I bet half those subscriptions were from fucking Pakistan or India.
And so they got 55. It's interesting. And I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament the week before Del Mar, and there were 3,000 fucking people there. And it was all kids. It was like 90% kids. And there was no, if they would have filmed, like, there's opportunity everywhere for that shit. Do you know how many parents would love to have fucking Flow Elite film their kids' jiu-jitsu tournaments and grandparents and shit? Anyway.
Taylor can dish it, but can't take it. Typical libtard. I took it this weekend. Most of the time.
I
can take it pretty good.
That sentence doesn't even make sense what he's saying.
It's a libtard. I don't think strong body, strong whatever this girl's name is. I don't even think they know what a woman is. Tell me what a woman is.
My whole
I bet it matches Trump's definition. I bet you agree with Trump on this one. I bet you're MAGA on this one, buddy.
I figured out this weekend why some people are poor and unhappy and others aren't. It was I could write a whole book on the behaviors I saw this weekend.
Y'all aren't thinking big picture. Hey, Cole Turnbull, big picture, fat fucks who like to drink fucking Miller Lite on the couch and fucking eat buffalo chicken dip and French fries don't give a fuck about CrossFit, and they're not going to watch it.
I like to think big picture. I like to think big picture.
With a touchdown. Drinking their Miller Lite. Hey, those people aren't ever going to fucking watch CrossFit, bro. Sorry.
I prefer to think big picture. Tell me the big picture. I'm so open to it, Cole. Tell me. I'm open to it. Caller, hi.
Hey, how's it going, Savon?
It's awesome. I'm so glad I drove home last night. I'm so glad I went out in the real world and figured out why got perspective on why I'm happy and rich and everyone else is unhappy and poor.
That's good. Yeah, I didn't even know what you guys are talking about. I pulled up YouTube and saw both you and Taylor on, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to give them a call. I didn't get a chance to see any of the Flow Elite coverage, but I loved your guys' behind-the-scenes stuff.
I know, isn't
really good.
Jenny's so cool. I didn't even know she was doing that. She's so fucking cool.
This is going to sound fucked up.
I'm going to give her a 20 out of 10.
Nice.
Are you driving a big rig? Are you driving a big rig right now?
Dude, I wish. I'm driving a Honda Accord.
Oh, sounds like you're in a semi. Not because of the background noise, but it sounds like I'm talking to you through a CB.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's I'm on an Android. People give me a lot of shit about that, but I think it's a great phone.
Oh, well, you're easy to understand.
That's good. I just wanted to say what's up to you guys. I'm what's that?
What's your name?
Zach Lewis.
Zach. Nice to meet you, Zach. Zach, do you
Sounds
think
like
I'm
a
a good
semifinal
person?
athlete.
Zach, do you think I'm a nice guy? Do you think I'm a nice guy or a good guy or neither?
I'm going to tell you exactly who you are right now. You and I have met online. I'm one of your original 50 lifetime members. See how nice he's going to be to me now.
I'll take you behind Fuddruckers, dude.
You're a good dude. You have a great online persona, and you get people hyped about things. And you're an amazing coach. You're a very, very good coach. I don't think people realize how much time you and your team, Bryson and Lizzie, put into the Sentinel platform, and even reaching out to people like me when I first signed up. So you're great, man.
Thanks, bro. I need to balance out the
That's
haters,
it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I think you're very opinionated, which is fine. Some people are going to love that. Some people are going to hate that. That's the way of the world. But I can just tell you from an objective standpoint, if you want a really good coach, you and your platform are a great option because you do put a lot of detail into it, a lot of time interacting with the group.
Thanks, bro. Right. I'm wrong a lot. I'll be the first to say I'm wrong a lot.
That's what I can appreciate that too.
Yeah.
When you were calling that one guy out for thinking that he was dogging the first half of that workout, then he approaches you, right? So I think you've created this thing too where you're open to having dialogues with people, even if you disagree, where a lot of people won't. And I would say, what's worse? I mean, your beefs, I think, your spats get a lot more visibility because you're willing to have them, whereas a lot of people would rather just talk behind people's back or not confront the issues, which is the real problem with a lot of what is going on with the world now, period. People don't want to have a conversation. So
hey, Sevon said this.
More visibility.
Yeah, Sevon said this at the weekend. He was like, you're willing to fight for your people, and you're willing to fight for your beliefs and perspectives. I was like, yeah, dude, true shit.
You really remind me a lot. He reminds me a lot of Greg. Greg was willing to go with, he was very high educated himself on what he wanted to know. And Taylor is a fucking master of his craft and always willing to learn more. And then he's willing to fucking fight, and defend it and fight. And Greg was so willing to fight, like no one else. And
yeah.
And I also the thing that really rocked me that Taylor did a couple weeks ago is when he told the story of why he likes CrossFit, because of going through his sobriety and he wanted to live a life of truth. And he felt like CrossFit was a good foundation for that because CrossFit's the truth. And I thought, fuck, that's crazy. I never heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean the workouts don't lie to you, right? You either have it or you don't. They don't change. Only we do. So it was definitely life-changing for me when I found it.
Oh, and why is that? Did you lose weight or something, or got your head straight, or?
No, so I played college football, and I played at the University of San Diego, and we had a strength and conditioning coach there named Stefan Roche.
Oh,
just an absolute savage.
Wow.
I love that guy.
I love that guy too.
I walked in on my recruiting trip, and he had these girls' names written on the board, and I'm like, "What is that?" And you got kettlebells. Like, I'm into kettlebells. Not a lot of people are. It's like, "Oh, it's cool." Like, yeah, I do a lot of kettlebell stuff. I'm a little non-conventional, strength conditioning guy. So when I showed up for summer workouts, those girl names were still on the board, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going to do one today." What do you mean? He's like, "Yeah, these are workouts. We're going to do this workout called Fran today." And I just remember getting absolutely wrecked. And then him telling us more and more. And we had the Bergner kids that were actually interning with him there, teaching us Olympic weightlifting. Like, I didn't know how good I had it. This is 2008, 2009 when this is all going down. Like, I had some real masters of the game in there just teaching me stuff early on. So it was super cool. I got bit by that bug, and then the games were going off. I'm a Froning, I love Froning, right? He's just amazing. I love Hobart. Like, one of the greatest videos ever to hit the internet was Froning, Hobart, Fantasyland in the barn. Like, if you don't watch that and get tired of to go do that workout, you're an idiot. So
I filmed a guy at the weight room there in San Diego throwing up after he did Fran.
Probably, it might have been me, dude.
I filmed the guy throwing up there. It was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, Stefan Roche is a master of his craft, that's for sure.
He's got a lot of journals contributions. He's got a lot of contributions to the CrossFit Journal.
Yeah, he was amazing. So yeah, so I'm a OG guy. But I got my level 1 back in 2013 at NorCal CrossFit. When if you had like a NorCal piece of swag, like you were the man.
Yeah.
So my flow master was Adrian Bosman.
Wow.
Pat Barber was a part of my class. Pneumatics was a teacher, and then the great one was Sean Tosh. Sean Tosh taught me how to do strict ring muscle ups. Like
that's sick.
So good with my CrossFit coaches, and now I have Taylor Self. It's all good.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Thanks, Zach.
All right, Zach. Thanks for calling, dude. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
I got 3 things.
Just really quick, I had Greg Amundsen teach me my ring muscle up. Okay, go ahead.
I was not the leader in gas this weekend, and actually getting off the plane, Bryson said, "Hey, I messed up on the plane." I was like, "What?" He was like, "I forgot. I zoned out for a second and just let like 4 rip and forgot I was on a plane." And then you were clapping him up all weekend, so I think I got my gas figured out because I wasn't the leader, dude. I wasn't leading the way. I got it figured out. Second thing is, you're gonna hate this. You're going to hate me for this. I realized this weekend, someone asked me, they're like, what's your favorite part about all this? And I was like, I feel like I thrive on the post shows. I'm a comedian. I am a non.
Why do I hate that? I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
I don't know. I just like, maybe I got a little Tyler Watkins in me this weekend. I was like, man, I was supposed to commentate. I was supposed to be like color commentate, and I just shirked it. And like,
I was supposed to color commentate too. I didn't do it either. Pool boy no, you were amazing, dude. The fact that you did those interviews was so fucking clutch.
Yeah, I like doing those. I got to, and I just came up with those questions right before. So that's why what's your favorite color one came out. Hey, after Sevon did that, I couldn't let it go. He gave me one piece of criticism all weekend. He's like, Taylor, what's that girl's name? And he would speak into like the little on-floor headset. He'd be like, I don't know her name, but I know what her favorite color is. Like all weekend I was saying shit like that. Just like resentful as fuck that he shit on me for asking a couple athletes their favorite color.
Hey, we are all not created equal, not even close. And you can do whatever you want when you're up there asking questions. And I was just, I wasn't serious about that at all.
Yeah.
I hope you know that. And I wouldn't have given you shit
I know
publicly on the podcast if I thought it was bad.
Here's the other thing.
Like I couldn't, if one of those girls was out there asking people what their favorite colors were, they would get fucking ass pounded. It's so we're just everyone's different. We don't live by the same rules. The same questions I ask aren't going to be good if someone else asks them.
So that was the first 2 things. I was not the fart charger. I wasn't leading the charge on farts.
That's not true either. That's not true, but I'm not going to fall into the weeds on that. I had one night of fart. I had one window of fart.
You lean. And this is how you take the cake. I was like bent over, elbows on my knees, like head forward. Sevon's sitting next to me, and you lean forward. You lean forward to type on the screen, and you turn towards me. Right in my face, bro. So yeah, like that's crazy. But this is the last thing. And when that girl confronted me, I realized this is what threw me off. I said I hate that bitch because she was one of the internet trolls that was like, Taylor Self, he cheated. All he does is cheats, PDs. And like, you know what? Here's the reality. I'm sensitive to that. I'm really sensitive to that because I'm not a cheater.
I know that about you too. You hate cheating.
And she is equally as sensitive or more sensitive about another subject.
Yeah.
About another topic. And that's fine. Like we have things that we're sensitive to and that we get emotional about. And so when she was
hers was legit too.
Yeah, mine's probably not legit. Hers is legit.
Not that yours isn't legit, but hers was really legit.
Yeah.
And her issues were legit.
Right. And I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying, hey, that's the reason she was talking shit about me in the comments, rage baiting the fuck out of me about me being a cheater. I'm like, fuck you. I blocked you. And that's what I do. If I disagree with someone,
Well, in that case, rather than me going back and forth with her, I don't want to see what she's saying about me being a cheater, so I'm just going to block her. Granted, she did come up on the show, but what threw me off was when she came up to me, her gripe with me had nothing to do with that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, hey, and I'm not putting this on her because she even said, she's like, hey, you can say whatever you want, but this is my problem with you. And I was like, well, geez, if you have a problem with me, say what the problem is. Don't call me a fucking cheater for taking BPC. Say, hey, asshole, you do this, and I don't like when you do this. So fuck you. Or you can just say that. But she actually made me think twice about something, 3 times, not twice, and become introspective. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This is the girl. This is the Jess Chrismian girl who I called. I hate that bitch. And also, Jess, just so you know, the word bitch to me is not a strong word. No. I wouldn't have called you a cunt. I wouldn't have said that, bro. Mike was that was a little crazy. But also, so anyways, because she came up, she's like, well, you hate me? You think I'm a bitch? I'm like, oh, okay, relax. Like, I think fucking Bryson's a bitch half the time. But I respected her for having that confrontation. And I do wish when people, if you have a legitimate problem, don't play smoke and mirrors. You know, don't make it about BPC 157. Just say, hey, I have this problem with you. And that's fine. And we may disagree on it. We may not. You may find that I'm way more malleable to your perspective than someone else with a similar persona to mine may be.
I want to put David.
That's not true.
You say blocking is gay. Your opinion on this subject matters like none. You're like, you know what you remind me of is when the ugliest fucking dudes in the fucking world who've never gotten any pussy in their fucking life were going after Bill Clinton, and they would have fucking loved if Monica Lewinsky would have eaten their ass. It's like, hey, dude, you're a fucking no offense, I like you. You're an anonymous fucking troll with no fucking online presence. You're like just a world-class troll. You know nothing about why someone would block or why wouldn't someone block. You have no perspective or context about it. You're a fucking nobody. You're like just a fucking has-been fucking insignificant fucking tick on a fucking donkey's ass dying in a field somewhere in the middle of Idaho that someone forgot for 5 years. And you fucking ran away from your fucking country. And so when you say blocking is gay, you have no perspective on it. You like why would you have ever had to have blocked anyone or anything or know anything about that? You're just nothing. You're just nothing. I was in the car driving home and I farted and it smelled so bad. And Jay Vera goes, sorry, I farted. And I'd never owned up to it. And it smelled so bad. And I never owned up to it. I let him take the hit for it.
This is hilarious.
It was great.
David's a good guy.
I know, David.
That term's thrown away. That term's thrown around so much. Here's the crazy part. Andy says this to me all the time. Like something happened at the gym a few years ago. We had to fire this coach. And he's like, dude, you just never know the skeletons people have in their closet. You just never fucking know. Like you could think that person's a good person. You have no fucking idea what they've done. And that like really stuck with me. So like when everyone will throw around the term, you're a good dude, you're a good dude. It's really fucking hard to know. I mean, for all anyone knows, that could be a fucking horrible person. And none of you know David Weed. So calling him a good guy is retarded.
No, he's a good dude because I like his contribution to the show every day.
Okay, but you're using the term good dude like I'm using the term bitch. Like you don't actually know that he's a good dude.
Well, like, just in context of just how I know him, he's a good dude.
Right. And I don't actually think people are, a dog in heat, whatever the nasty description of bitches. But that's the thing. Like when people get upset with me, guys, relax. I'm wrong a lot and know it. And I say a lot of dumb shit. There are some things that I'm really good at. And if you don't like the dumb shit that I say, don't watch the shows that I say dumb shit on. I love people just want to like change who you are and who, like, we're not here to change our personas to adjust to one element of our personalities that you really like. I come on the shows with you, and this is why I love the post shows, because it's just me laughing as hard as I can with all my best friends. I'm not going to not do that. I'm not going to change that because you don't like a particular word I say or something that I do. And if you're someone who is so narrow-minded to think that because I make jokes or laugh with 4 or 5 guys who are my best friends, that makes you a bad person, I mean, you really are. You don't have much world experience. Or it's just really personal to you. And even that I understand as well. But there are some really bad people out there. And
what did you think about did you and Pool Boy pick up a hooker?
Dude, this is the craziest story. How come
you didn't tell me that story? He told the story about how you guys
I was gonna tell it on the post show, you fuck, and you guys just decided to leave the house. I had a whole bit on it.
And hey,
I had a whole bit on it.
Okay, really quick. So he tells me the story yesterday, and ever since he told me, I've been like, I can't tell if that story's true. I couldn't tell if it was true or not. I really like Pool Boy. I cannot believe how well he fit into the group. He's fucking awesome, dude.
No, Emily, the coach wasn't Brian. Brian didn't ever do anything wrong at CrossFit Charlotte other than say he was going to coach and act like he was getting all committed to Sentinel and CrossFit Charlotte and then just dip out. I don't hate Brian at all. And he didn't do wrong by anyone there other than just like was a coach and then wasn't. This was a guy who was like, he got fired. And people get fired all the time. But
I miss Caleb. Was he with Trump? I don't know. I miss Caleb too. Go on.
So the way we got into the venue, it's this enormous venue. It's got to be like
back to the hooker story.
Yeah, it's got to be on like 500 to 1,000 acres, and so it's fucking
massive.
Huge. It's got multiple racetracks. You drive past these.
Got 500 horse stables, individual
500 barns, not stables, not individual stables.
Yeah,
it's got like 500 horse stall barns and like 10,000 stables, or stalls. I mean, it's so fucking big. Multiple dirt tracks. It's fucking huge. And so the way we get in is we go this roundabout way through this side gate and then drive through the dirt for like 10 minutes past all these stables and barns and all these tracks. No one's there. It's like a ghost town. It's like a fucking Call of Duty map. I'm driving through there and I'm like, holy shit, this is like a Call of Duty map. We could play paintball here. It would be crazy. We'd never find each other. We could play 2 hours of paintball and never find each other.
Yeah.
If you're a homeless person, this is where you're going to shoot up and suck dick. Like no one's catching you here.
Yeah.
And so we're driving through on the first day, and on the way out, we see this homeless person jumping over this wall, this high wall. And Pool Boy goes, look at that fucking girl trying to jump over. And it's just me, Bryson, and Pool Boy. And we stop, roll the eyes. We go, hey, you can't be here. And we're just like fucking around because we're in the mid. We're like, no one's around. We're just fucking with this person. Their hair is all huge. It was like they're like 100 yards away. It's hard to get a good look at them. But who else would be jumping over the wall at this?
How did you know it was a woman?
The hair size. It was like clearly hair, like woman hair. And but it wasn't 100 yards away. I'll give you that. So it's hard to tell. And we didn't even know they were homeless, but that was the assumption. It's like it's probably a homeless person.
Did they hear you? Did they look back at you when you said that?
They look sketchy. They look a little scared, and they moved a bit quicker. So then we're on the final day, and Bryce and I and Mike are driving out of there. And
where was I? Had we left yet? Were you ahead of us or behind us?
We had left just before you.
Okay.
And I think you passed us when we dropped this person off at the hotel. So there's this girl walking out, one of the 40 to 44 athletes, just walking down this dirt road. And it's like a fucking mile drive. I mean, it's a fucking huge venue. So we were like, hey, do you need a ride? And she's like, yeah, sure. It's this country girl from Texas in the 40 to 44 division. And we get in the car. She gets in the car and we're just all like pretty quiet. Just like not, we're just trying to help. And we're like, hey, just let us know when to let you out. We don't really know how to get out of here, trying to get out of here. And I'm really sensitive to like, hey, this could be weird. She might be a little nervous. 3 dudes. Clearly we're CrossFitters, so she knows she's in good hands. But, I just keep my mouth shut. I'm like, we're just, we go right. I think we get out of here. Just let us know or drop you off. Like, we'll drop you off ASAP. He's like, oh, no worries, no worries. And then fucking pool boy leans over. He goes, so, you ever been on the bang bus before? No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Oh my God.
That's a joke Bryson made because pool boy was such a fucking faggot. It was so intolerable. Dude, I like Mike, but this was fucking crazy. She was like, so where are you from? He like sounded like he was fucking, she was on the it was crazy. Like on the casting couch, dude. She's like, oh, I'm from Texas. He's like, is this your first time competing? And she's like, no, I tells her about a competition weekend. And this is the exact voice Mike's using. I'm like, Mike, are you like recording this audio so you can jerk off to it later? Like, what are you doing with your voice? And then, and I don't want to get Mike in trouble. He was probably just being normal, but I'm like in my head, like thinking, I'm not going to say a word to this lady. We're just going to drop her off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, it's weird. And he goes, what training program do you follow? And she's like, I just do class, some other stuff. He's like, you ever heard of Sentinel training? And I'm like, where the fuck is this guy going with this? Meanwhile, I haven't said anything. And then he goes, you ever been coached by a level 3 coach before? Oh, and he says that right as he says that. I'm like, I say this out loud and loudly. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, Mike. And everybody starts laughing. I was like, hey, I'm really sorry. This fucking weirdo back here won't shut up. And I was like, and also it's maybe a little less weird. He's not talking about himself. He's talking about us, but this is kind of fucking weird. And it was funny. And then we dropped her off. But then I realized after we dropped her off, I was like, hey, that's the same fucking hairdo we saw on the first day, jumping over the wall to walk through the venue to get to the event. We yelled at that lady. Oh, that's the lady we yelled at who we thought was homeless.
And she was an athlete. He told me a totally different story.
Well, you can't trust anything he says, dude. He's an Indian giver, dude. He's a Native American, dude. He's Navajo Mike.
Mike told me that it was a hooker and you picked her up and you made him feel really uncomfortable in the car you purposely picked her up and put her in the back seat with him to make him feel uncomfortable.
Stop.
We opened the door. Mike's like,
hey, is this your first time on the bang bus? That's basically how Mike was fucking talking, dude.
Wow. We got to get him on the show and hear his version, your version. You guys will
Can I pee? Can I take a pee break?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to fall asleep. Probably should take another shit. I can't believe I have to do another show today. I wonder if Hobart will come on today. Carry the Dave Castro weekend review. It's going to take me an hour to unload the car today. James Hobart. Go today? Question mark. I think Bill called him Comanche Mike, which we did not claim him. Oh, you're saying you're a Comanche? Comanche? You're a Comanche, Mr. Birchfield? I don't know that being a CrossFitter is always an indicator of safety. What about the douche from Australia? Yeah, I don't even know if that was that guy's not even a CrossFitter. Look at this comment. Bill called him Comanche Mike on the stream. How was the stream, Jeff? I haven't even seen it. We flew blind. This term, we flew blind. Normally, when we're streaming, we can look on YouTube and see how everything's going, and we couldn't see anything this weekend. We didn't know when we were live. We didn't know shit.
I wish we had a live chat. That's one thing I wish they would add.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'm starting to settle in today. When I first got on the show, dude, I didn't even know where I was.
I still don't know where I am. My head feels really light. I have to spend. It's going to take me an hour to unload the rental car. An hour.
Did you talk about Mike's actual ethnicity? He said after we were calling him Apache Mike, his dad was like, "Hey, you're actually like an eighth Chuma Native American from Southern California tribe." He doesn't look Mexican at all. He looks full-blooded Native American. Mike does.
Yeah, totally.
It's not even like
he goes. My grandpa said I'm 1/8 Native American. I'm like, yeah, no shit, dude. You fucking look like you fell out of Last of the Mohicans.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if he had long hair and some fucking red paint on his face, fucking in a fucking knife to scalp people. I'm turning on the phone. Sorry, I'm turning on the phone. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to call the show. Caller, hi. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Sevan. Good morning, Taylor.
Hey, good morning.
What up?
Hey, I'm the Israeli guy that you said hi to.
Oh yeah, that was cool seeing you there. I'm sorry, I kept wanting to go back up there and talk to you, but it was just crazy.
It's so good. You guys were super busy, and you guys are working so hard over there. And I want to say thank you for coming over and saying hi, because this was awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a pleasure meeting you. I had a million questions for you, but I was just like, fuck, I got to stay focused.
I figured. I saw your head was spinning when you started talking to me, and then no, you're busy.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, that was awesome. I was sitting behind you guys the whole time, like the whole Sunday, from like 7:30 a.m. until they finished the last event. You guys are working your ass off. That's crazy.
Yeah. You start moving so much that if you sit down, you'll fucking forget your own name. You forget where you are. Hey, where's home for you? What city do you live in?
Oh, I live here in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. How long have you been in the States?
Yeah. Long time, like almost 20 years.
Oh,
I know you cannot hear it with the accent.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. And you just came up there to watch the event by yourself?
Yeah, I wanted my family, my kids to come, but they don't follow my craziness.
Oh, gotcha. You can't get your wife into CrossFit?
No, she does like Pilates and all this stuff.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. My wife does that stuff.
Yeah, I tried getting her doing CrossFit, but she's like, no, the assault bike is not for me.
Maybe you keep trying. Eventually, once she does one workout, she'll be addicted.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Hey, when you were there,
and also I wanted.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I wanted to say to tell to Taylor. I mean, he's walking there, and his persona, whatever he's showing off on the shows, he's walking there like, you can feel his presence because of whatever he's doing in the show.
Yes.
He's awesome. And I think he's the first one that came up to me and told me, nice shirt. And I told him that I got his too.
Oh, dude, I remember you.
Feel him. He's walking there.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good way to say it. You can totally feel his presence. When he was there, there was this arm wrestler I used to work with, Travis Bajent. And when I would see Taylor doing the interviews, it reminded me of Travis, just his presence. It's so good. That's well said. He has great presence.
Yeah, he's awesome. I think it's definitely because of the shows that he's doing with you. It's given him this persona, but like wherever he's walking, you can actually feel that he's there.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
I just wanted to call and say thank you, guys.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thanks for saying hi, and thanks for all the support, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Of course.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. What did someone say? Someone said something I wanted to hear.
The amount of work y'all had to do, and Taylor and Bryson still reviewed my video and sent cues to work on. Crazy. From Noah.
Hey, Taylor and Bryson are fucking weird, man. I swear to God, the second we get home, they just open their laptops and start working.
Even at the venue too. If there's like downtime, we're working. And I was like, man, I don't want to piss you off because like I'm sure there's something else that we could be doing. We have a lot to manage.
Yeah, you guys just disappear. And then the whole car ride, everyone's trying to be at least I was trying to be quiet because Taylor's fucking leaving voice messages for people. He's got his fucking laptop open on his lap and we're driving and he's like, hey man, you got a hinge here, you got to fix and blah, blah, blah. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. The stream was good. That what doesn't help is the shit semifinal. It looks bad on you guys, even though it's nothing to do with you. What, the shit semifinal. What's
it
that
was
mean?
A great event. This is the thing.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, no one at CrossFit is doing this is the thing, dude. The work that needs to be done forward facing outside the affiliate, outside the L1 course, really outside the L1 course, is teaching people what fitness is, what the methodology is, teaching people foundations, teaching people the article, what is fitness? That's the work that needs to be done. And that's the work that's virtually only being done at the level 1 and some affiliates that know it. Most affiliates that are owned by seminar staff members, that work's being done. A lot of affiliates being run by people who really understand, have a solid grasp, and believe in the methodology that's being done. But there is nothing else that's important for CrossFit to do outside of that. And most of the world has no idea about it. So I don't care how fucking tired you are of hearing it. If you know it, how long you've been teaching people it, if you've been doing it for a long time, that is still the only thing that matters. And that's the stuff, like you were saying, that positions CrossFit as an authority in fitness and physical training and health. And that's what created the heyday, was the education part, the open source education. And we're just missing that in the media department. I mean, hey, look, JR, Bryce, and Seth and I are going to start carrying the fucking boats with this journal review series. But dude, it's hey, it's not Dave's job, Jeremy. Dave doesn't care. And Heidi, I thought the same thing. When I heard that fucking phone ring, I was like, fuck me. Hope it's not Jeremy. Sorry, Jeremy. It's not Dave's job. Dave is director of the games. If Dave were CEO, it would be his job to tell them, hey, this is what you fucks are focusing on. But right now, it's a company, dude. You don't just go do someone else's job at a company. At least not unless it's run by Greg, and it's not anymore.
I can't tell if Jeremy's being sarcastic, so I'm not going to even respond to that. Stream wasn't great on Friday, but a lot better after. Commentary was great. It was pretty wild. We showed up on Thursday morning very early, and we stayed at the venue for 10 hours and set everything up. In the last 4 hours we were there, we were trying to get the internet to work, and we were working with the on-site internet,
this was crazy
internet team. And it's two guys, and you know, I don't want to disparage them, but definitely not CrossFitters. And I can't tell how passionate they were about their job. But there was another guy there who was fucking really cool, who was a CrossFitter, and he worked for a company. I forget what the name of it, like Titan Media or Hercules Media or something. It was some Greek god's name, Media. And he came up to us and he's like, hey man, I found it was really sweet of him. He's like, I found really good internet. Like, okay, where? So he walks me about 500 feet from where we're set up to do the broadcast into this back room with like this secret door. And he shows me the speed test there, and it's 700 up and 700 down. I'm like, wow, I've never seen that anywhere in my life. And he goes, yeah, they have fiber optic running into this place. And by then we've been working with the fucking in-house team for 3 hours. So I call the two guys over trying to get us the internet. And I'm like, hey, in that back room over there, there's the fastest internet I've ever seen in my entire life. And I said, I'll just go to Home Depot and buy a 500-foot cable and run it out here. That would be fucking a fortune, probably be like $500. But I'm like, I'll do it. And he's like, I don't know. We can fix it. So finally, they changed the outlet. They changed the entire outlet that we plug the internet into, and the internet starts working for a second. So he's like, okay, we're good to go. Then 20 minutes later, it's not working again. So we're like, now what's the problem? And then he got it working again. And we went back and forth probably 6 or 7 times. He was saying crazy shit to us. The guy looked like he just wanted to go home and start drinking. And he's like, oh, I just blew on it. Or I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Unplugged it while we were live.
Yeah, he also did unplug it while we
He
were
just fucking unplugged it. Like, oh, I unplugged it and plugged it back in to see if that would help while we were fucking live.
So, that was fucking nuts. And then so we got that. So then he claimed that it was good to go. We ran all the tests with Flow Elite and we were skeptical. And then we got there in the morning and it was the same fucking problem. And for the first 2 hours, 3 hours, he was back and forth. And he's like, oh, that cable had a bent pin. That he had all these fucking excuses. And then finally, when we got it up and going, I pulled him aside. I'm like, hey, dude, what was the final thing that got it better? And he goes, oh, I just went and turned up the internet. I'm like, what do you mean you turned up the internet? He's like, I just increased your bandwidth. So he went into some fucking, GUI, some fucking software that they have that runs it and just increased our bandwidth to our fucking plug. I wanted to fucking kill him.
And he looked like a guy that would be really satisfying to kill. And I don't say that lightly.
It was fucking nuts. And so when we should have been working on other shit, we were fucking just trying to get the bare bones going.
That's how it is. That's always how it fucking is with the Wi-Fi. That's always how it is. It's fucking crazy to have to deal with that.
And Bob inserted too. That's why I loved Bob. Bob like inserted and was like going after the guy too. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? 7, when are you going to do a bit for the Armenian people? You're quiet on this subject. Pound shop for Fuentes. Taylor spreading right wing talking about. Dude, I have fucking no idea what you're talking about. You're a fucking dumbass.
Is that English?
Just say what you really mean, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Take your fucking helmet off. Stop sitting on that bike seat that's fucking damaging your fucking.
He's got the bikes. He's one of those guys who takes the bike seat and tilts it all the way up and then goes mountain biking and lets it just fucking bop, 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 bop.
Your vast deference is fucking damaged and flat from sitting on that bike seat so much. Yeah, the guy. So anyway, they turned up the internet, turned up our bandwidth, and we were off to the races.
Imagine when you get to a venue, that's literally the only thing you need
is internet.
We could have done everything without tables, without chairs, fucking belly down on the ground. The only thing you need is internet. And every single time, it's the only fucking problem. How it baffles me. It baffles me. And people are saying retarded shit in like the Instagram comments, like, it's 2026, what do we have data centers for? Can't we just stream it on an iPhone? I'm like, guys, if we stream this on an iPhone, you would rip your fucking hair out and be so angry. So angry. It's crazy. Hey, it's not a lie, CrossFit. We didn't have internet at NorCal, so we had to upload every stream after the fact, you dummy. Hey, it wasn't live.
He had a brain fart. I think CrossFit's like 70 years old. He does not. You're not following. What's it called? The plot.
NorCal is allegedly still free and streamed to the CF Network YouTube.
Don't pull up any of that guy's comments. That guy's a fucking dumb shit.
I won't.
Don't pull up any of that guy's comments. That guy's dumb shit.
Yeah.
It's every business conference I had to book too. Why the hell the bandwidth is so protected is beyond. Yeah. When I used to go to hotels for CrossFit, I would immediately go to the fucking front desk and be like, hey, I'm in this room. Can you turn my internet up? And they'd be like, sure, no problem. Jesus criminy. Oh my God. You have fucking no idea what you're talking about. Why don't you just get a Starlink? It's mobile. You can set up with the bandwidth you need.
They tried that. And they put the Starlink on a tower last year. They put the Starlink on a fucking crane to take it all the way up into the sky. It still didn't work. Sorry, CrossFit. I didn't realize you were that intelligent. I honestly didn't know you were that smart and recalled the situation that well that you could make a joke about that. And
okay,
you triggered
my
me.
bad too.
You triggered me.
Yeah. So just so you know, the where the NorCal Classic is below the city like floor line. It's in a floodplain. And so it's about 100 feet below all the roads. And there's shitloads of giant fucking trees down there. Shitloads. And there's not a cell phone tower within 3 miles of there. I've called T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. They all said the same thing. And so last year we used Verizon, AT&T. This year we're going to add T-Mobile to it. And we also had a Starlink. And like Taylor said, they Blair, or it was actually Janine, had them bring this the craziest sky crane thing you've ever seen. And we bought all the extension cords and went to Home Depot and got all the fucking extra long Cat 6 cables. And they put the Starlink we put the Starlink on this thing and they pushed it up 60 feet into the air and it was still fucking below the street line. And even if you have like a perfect Starlink, it's still spotty as shit. It's not robust enough.
We were told by NorCal.
And then you're sorry, one more thing. And then you're competing. So so this year we'll go to NorCal with 3 SIM cards and a Starlink, but we're also still competing there with the other 3,000 cell phones there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were told by NorCal very specifically that this year the stream will be on the CF Network YouTube and that Flow Elite will be allowed to upload the stream after the fact or somehow split it off live. It is not as of now, again.
But I also don't care. That's not me personally.
Yeah.
That's not my job is to get there and do my best to fucking capture the event, set up the microphone, set up the cameras, make sure everyone's there, make sure there's a place for people to sleep, make sure there's fucking cold water for people to drink on the hot days, to make sure that, you know what I mean, the equipment doesn't get left behind. Like they could stream it like it's the same. It's the same people who criticize Dave. It's like, hey, dude, you're criticizing stuff that you would never want him to care about, your CEO to care about, and that's why you're fucking poor and you're a mean person. Yeah, because you're focused. It's like you're focused.
But here's the other thing:
you're focused on shit that like is not like you want me to be worried about shit that I like. Hey, dude, that's not. I can't be worried about that.
And people and this is not to please people. I don't care about pleasing anyone who doesn't like Flow Elite, like having to pay a subscription to watch.
Yeah, I don't care either.
It's not Sevon had nothing to do, and we had nothing to do with.
I'm happy Flow Elite. I'm happy Flow Elite's involved.
The event organizers say, "Hey, Sevon, you're gonna do the live stream." And like, of course, there's some back and forth. Like, "Hey, I want it to be on my channel." And they're like, "No, it's gonna be on our channel." And they're like, "All right, whatever." And then Flow Elite comes in. And they're like, "Hey, we're going to pay for all the rights to this." It's like, hey, you don't really have a say in that. And for NorCal, and also that happened like last minute. So for NorCal, the point is right now we've been told the stream will be on YouTube and they will capture it after the fact. And that's the deal that they've got. But also what's probably going to happen is last minute, it's probably going to be like, hey, it's only on, you should just expect to pay $30 for it.
Let's talk about no, it's not if you criticize TDC, you're poor. That's you told Dan over your head, buddy.
It is a good correlation. I criticize him and I'm poor.
If you think that him thinking that there's people better than Dave Castro, or if you think that Dave thinking that there's people who do CrossFit now who are better than Matt is any indication of why he should or shouldn't be CEO, you're out of your fucking mind. If you think it's important even in the tiniest bit that he remembers what the third open workout is, I mean that's why you're poor.
You know who criticizes him more than anyone else and who is the poorest person I know?
Who?
Hiller. And I don't mean financially, buddy. The guy has 0 real friends. That is the poorest thing you can possibly be. For your entire identity and life's work to be the superficial, fascial component of just a click and a view and to go so far as to piss your true friendships or what could be true friendships down the drain for that. There's no lower level of poverty than to have no one you can confide in, no one loyal to you other than people on the internet who aren't loyal to you. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know anyone poorer. I honestly don't know anyone with less. And that's sad. Even Brian has more real friends than Hiller. Brian has Patrick Clark, dude. Just saying.
Yeah, Dan, you're not tracking, buddy. You're not tracking. Has nothing to do with the criticism, and it's not what I said. You weren't listening. It's the context of the criticism. You want people to be worried about what they're supposed to be worried about and not other shit.
No, I don't feel better, guys. I'm just saying that was a strong correlation of criticizing Dave Castro and being poor. And it's not a poor take. I know better than anyone that as long as you have friends and people that care about you, you can handle anything in life. And if you don't, you're a poor motherfucker.
Tell me what you thought about what did you psychopaths have no friends.
Of course.
Tell me about what you thought about Pool Boy. That was our first outing with him. I think he
Mike's really
well.
good at making me feel bad.
Oh, really?
He's better than anyone else. He's better than anyone else at making me feel bad. Bryson's pretty good at it. You're pretty good at it.
Oh, really?
Hey, I mooned Pool Boy and he started making fun of my butt acne. So I ordered fucking butt pimple cream.
Wow.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I texted Lizzie. I was like, hey, I got an Amazon package. And she's like, what is it? And I was like, butt acne cream. And she's like, only use that on your ass. Do not use that on your face. I don't ever get pimples on my face. I'm pretty sure it's because I work out like 5 times a day. And in the summer, I just don't change into 5 different pairs of clothes.
I've never noticed your butt acne.
No, I wouldn't even say make me feel guilty. Like just feel bad. Like maybe in some cases feel guilty. Like the Rafa talk thing, bro. But also Mike didn't make me feel that. Like I did that. That sucks.
What I mean is he assimilated so well with the group. I was never uncomfortable around him.
Yeah, neither was I. Neither was I. And Bryson and Mike just had their penises out and stared at each other in the eye.
You know what I mean? Wow. You're obviously eating too many carbs.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, dude. Hey, my ass looks like John Wood's face.
Do you know why you have pimples on your butt?
Because I sweat in underwear and don't fucking change them immediately, probably.
No, it's probably just hormonal because it's the age you're at. I think I had some pimples on my butt at your age too. Now I don't have any pimples. You're just like in that phase. Like you're having like the next batch of hair come in and follicles.
Also, like white, hey, dude, like pale white people, if you get a zit, it's like fucking, you know what I mean? You can't hide it.
So when Andrew called to apologize to you, Taylor, you said you say that
really got people. This really got people and worked up into a frenzy.
Yeah, he apologized. I think we have to agree. We wish he would have apologized off camera.
I don't know what his gain was, and I accept his apology. I also said, hey, I'm not going to be your friend, and I don't trust you. He lost that friendship. So me accepting his apology doesn't change the fact that I know he's going to do it again. I am not going to forget about it. I do not trust him at all. And I pity him, honestly. I would never, and granted, Hiller and I were not as close as Bryson and I were, but maybe Hiller and Sevon were close. I would never fucking, dude. That's just a core value to me. And I completely understand all you guys are different and you have different core values. You have different principles that guide your actions in life. And loyalty for me is top 4. Honesty, loyalty, discipline, and maybe just working hard and wanting to grow. Like those are my Those are my values. My wife's are a little different. Hers is like, being nice. She's like honesty, loyalty, kindness is one of hers. And then hard work. And he has different, and you guys do too. And that's fine. A lot of you have different core beliefs and core values that drive your actions as well. And that's fine. I'm just pointing out, to me, there is no greater metric of poverty than the relationships around you. And I'm one of the richest men on earth. My wife, I'm so fucking lucky to have Lizzie.
Well, you're a good friend. You're a great friend.
I can tell anything to. I'm so fucking lucky to have the friends that I have. I'm so fucking lucky to work for Andy Hendel and for him to have trusted me for the past 7 years in the way that he has. And I'm loyal as fuck. And you're right. Hey, at every chance I get, maybe not at every chance, but yeah, being my friend is going to shield you from jabs from me. And Hiller takes a jab at someone every chance he gets. Every chance he gets, he takes a jab at someone and he turns it into clicks. Oh, so now I'm just not supposed to take a jab at him when he does something stupid or says something stupid? It's everything he does is something stupid. The guy is so low IQ, he's a troglodyte. So yeah, I'm going to take jabs for sure.
What's a troglodyte? Is that a made up word?
No, troglodyte's very real. It's like a knuckle dragger. It's like someone who's it's like a caveman.
Loyalty, yeah. You know what's crazy is speaking of loyalty, Jamie Latimer was wearing the Jesus shirt when she was competing.
That was sick.
Yeah, that was so sick.
Travis, I did get the hat samples you sent, and I kept meaning to text you back. I want to send you the CrossFit one because I don't like any of the three. Sorry, I can't go with any of those three.
The CrossFit hat you have is sick. I want one of those.
Terrible Tessa, I thought you were leaving, but you're staying to call me pathetic. Hang around.
What makes you pathetic?
I don't know. And here's the same thing with you. I don't know shit about running a fucking company. So to be honest, I don't know whether Dave would be a great CEO or not. I can tell you this. Everyone who works for him, or most people who work for him, are insanely loyal. And he seems to me from the outside looking in to be an incredible leader. And I would say on those two fronts, seems like he would be a great CEO. You know what I think? You know what I
didn't say anything. Look, it's a typical Pat Lang comment.
I know. I'm going to address this.
Typical Pat Lang comment. He said nothing.
You said nothing. You don't know how Dave would be a bad CEO, but here's the reality. There's never going to be
the best interview I've ever done with him, by the way. There was nothing embarrassing about it at all.
There's never going to be a CEO like Greg because the CEO will never own the company again. Greg could do whatever the fuck he wanted and fight whoever he wanted. And that's kind of what made Greg incredible. And the fact that he created CrossFit. That is gone. Get that out of your fucking head. You know what Dave wouldn't be? Dave wouldn't be Don Fall. Dave wouldn't be Eric Rosa. He's fucking exponentially better. But Dave can't be Greg unless Dave buys CrossFit. And even then he can't be Greg because Dave didn't invent CrossFit. So the expectation is just retarded from you guys. But here's also the reality. And this is why this is why I love Sevon and Dave, because Sevon and Dave share the same values in one regard that I do. And that's loyalty. I think Dave would be a good CEO. I don't fucking know what makes a good one. I think he would be a great one. But even if Sevon just thinks that because he's loyal to his friends, for anyone to be shaming that is like, dude, that's, to me, that's one of the greatest things you could have, especially in a CEO.
I'm lightheaded.
I don't have a cause, babe. I don't have a cause. This rant about Hiller doesn't have my cause. I don't have a cause. My cause is
I don't think you said anything negative about Hiller just now.
Oh, I do. I think it's negative to not value loyalty.
Oh.
I think that's negative. He's different, and I think that's negative.
But you're not you're stating a fact.
Right, but it's a negative fact, I think. I mean, being different in and of itself doesn't make it negative.
That part's an opinion, but you didn't say anything. I mean, maybe calling him a troglodyte. I don't know what that is, but
that's negative too. Yeah. Hey, all he does is negativity. He just called him a knuckle dragger.
That is true. That is true. He's about 90% negativity.
Everything he does is negative. You stupid idiot. He has one video a quarter that's positive. And he's insecure about it. He's so insecure about it that when Dave said, "Hey, show me all the positive things you did," Hiller got all like fucking jittery and jizzed out and spent his whole life making a video on how positive he is. You're right, Pat. I don't have any idea how to run a business.
Wait a second. He literally said Hiller is lonely and has no friends. Sorry, I know I wasn't gonna pull up his stuff.
I've been avoiding that, bro. And you just broke the.
How is saying someone is lonely and have no friends negative?
I think it's extremely negative. If you're lonely and don't have any friends, your life sucks.
Do you think that if you have do you think if you have a split, if I say you have a splinter in your foot, you think that's negative?
There are a lot of objectively factual
I'm a doctor
things.
And I X-ray your arm and I say, "Hey, your arm's broken." Is that negative?
Yeah. Your arm's not supposed to be broken.
But it's just a fact.
Right, that's fine. It's fine if it's a fact, but a fact can be negative, dude.
Okay.
A fact can 100%. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Also, Pat, you're right. I have no idea how to run a business. Zero idea. And I'm not pretending to. But I do think that I do know this actually.
That's not Pat has no idea what he's talking about, by the way. Loyalty is very, very important for a CEO.
I know that I've followed a lot of really great leaders. And Dave is a great leader. I don't know. And loyalty is really important to be a great leader. You have to be willing to fucking sacrifice for your team. And I would argue Dave probably knows that better than anyone in a position even remotely close to running CrossFit. But again, you guys, this is the Wooly lens. You don't know anything about business and PE and private equity. I don't fucking care, dude. And I don't know shit. So you're right. My opinion literally means nothing. I'm just giving it anyways.
Hey, Pat, ask Hiller next time you see him if he has any friends. How do you know he has no friends? Ask him. Be like, "Hey, dude, do you have any friends?"
Yeah, he'll be the first person to tell you that.
Yeah, he'll tell you. I'm sure he'll tell you he has no friends.
Ortega, just facts, Taylor. That's all you asked for. Now you tell me to shut the fuck up. LMAO. Dude, are you having a tough morning? You seem emotional now. Also, I'm agreeing with you.
I think I have to take a shit or something.
I'm agreeing with you, idiot. I said that I'm saying negative things. You guys are just wildly defensive of him. It's crazy. You guys are more defensive of Hiller than Sevon is of Dave. And that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
You guys are more defensive of Hiller than he is of Dave. And that's fucking wild.
Wow.
That's too funny. Holy shit. Oh, Hiller, I'm saying you're.
Wow. Wow.
You guys are glazing the fuck out of him, dude. It's unbelievable. And you know what? You know who works less than anyone in our group? Hiller. Oh, he's always hard at work cutting up a video. He makes one long video a quarter. Everyone else is 30 minutes in his garage and he fucking cranks hog and goons all day. You guys are wild. Holy shit.
That's too funny. Going to take me an hour to clean the car out.
No, Ortega, he's not in our group. He left the group. He broke the circle of trust and the loyalty that was there. And probably he broke it in the most extreme, abrupt, violent way you could do it.
I listened to, I put in the car on the way up, I programmed in CNN, Fox, MSNBC, BBC, all the news stations into the Sirius, you know what I mean, across the bottom. And anytime anyone went to a commercial, I just went one news station over. And it was the same shit over. It was so much Trump shooting shit. It was fucking crazy. But I didn't learn anything.
Oh, can I pull up two things? I want to pull up two things.
Okay.
Well, first off, yes, Greg left Netflix. Shocker. Second thing,
Oh, I need to call Greg. I haven't talked to Greg in 5 days. That's
Pat,
crazy.
I don't care about Hiller or Dave, but Dave can't admit when he fucks up, and that's the absolute worst character trait a human can have. Go ahead, tell me I'm not saying anything again. I agree.
No, you actually said something. You actually said something.
Yeah. I love it.
You fucking actually said something. How did that feel? You feel vulnerable and naked? Fucking pussy.
I agree. That is the worst character trait a human can have. I'm just not sure I'm convinced that when Dave doesn't say something, it's for him. I think it's to protect CrossFit, because I agree he does it like the fans.
Hey, the worst trait a leader can have is admitting constantly that he's wrong and fucking killing the fucking morale of the team. Go on.
But also the worst thing a leader can do is admit when the team's wrong, is blame it on the team. So like when he says, hey, the fans were spraying mist onto those lanes at the games during the sled push event, if he goes onto the stream, he says, yeah, that was stupid, that was wrong, we fucked that up, or the pegboard or whatever. And again, these are things that are like, in the grand scheme of CrossFit, they're minor things. If he goes on, all he's doing, it's not helping him fix the problem, right? The fix the problem is going to the team. Hey, you fucking idiots, whoever put that fan there, don't ever fucking do that again. Hey, between every single heat, these pegboards need to be fucking squeegeed down. That's the fix for it, right? Going on the stream and saying, yeah, that was our fault, that doesn't fix anything. To some people, it could be seen as him throwing his team under the bus, because of course Dave's not the one running out between heats squeegeeing the fucking pegboards. So is it even his fault? And you'll make an argument, hey, he's the leader, everything is his fault. And I can see that perspective too. But maybe he's operating from a lens of, hey, I'm not going to throw my team under the bus. I'm not going to open them up to criticism. And we're going to fix it. And it's no one's business. We're going to fix it. So I don't know. But that is something substantive that you said, Pat. And I agree with that. I just don't think from Dave, it's to shirk accountability. I really don't think that.
When I was brushing my teeth when I got home yesterday, I closed my eyes and I started to fall asleep. It was fucking crazy.
Hiller's also a pussy. Hiller's a pussy for fucking taking a clip of me interviewing Danielle and not tagging me. You're a pussy, bro.
What was was he making fun of you or Danielle?
No idea what the clip was. I don't know if he was making fun of, I don't think he was making fun of me. I think he was just thought it was funny. She said pancakes for breakfast. He could have been making fun of the question. My emotional self wants to take it personally and say, yeah, he's making fun of my question.
The chat is overthinking their role in entitled privilege. Yeah, this chat, there's the entitlement and privilege and idiocy in the chat is fucking world class. And the what sums it up the most is the defensiveness people have of Hiller. That was crazy what you said. That was like just
they're way more defensive of Hiller. I mean, and this is the thing. They have to be, because they're the only friends Hiller has. Barry, I'm proud of you for sticking up for Hiller. You're all that he has. So take up the shield. Do
you know why they do that? It's their dislike for us or for stuff, and they're powerless, and so they feel, okay. and so they get the Hiller's their champion for hatred towards us or you or me.
And hey, Pat, I'm okay with simping for Dave. I'm okay with that. I fuck with Dave. Dave's a ride or die. He's not a little bitch. He's not a pussy. So, and this is the thing, dude. Hiller was about to fight John Wellborn. Do you remember that? A grown man with like children and like.
I think John though called Hiller out.
Yeah, and Hiller was like, yeah, I'll fight. And then John Wellborn was like, oh, I'm not actually going to do that.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like that's such a Jake Paul arc. It's like so, like, dude, that's so.
Did you follow the
fight? Hey, I'm a grown man. I don't fight people. I'm not a fucking. That is a troglodyte knuckle dragger thing to do. Ortega. Fight me, bro. Fight me, bro. Fight me. Relax. You're a grown man. You don't need to fight. You don't need to fight to settle your differences. You can use your brain. You don't have to be smooth brain. You don't have to be a troglodyte. We've evolved a little bit. You know, some of us have. Others have that very large brow bone.
Look, Zeke says we owe him $9.99 for tuning in. What about I want to talk about Trump for a second. Guy comes from California, school teacher, lives at home with his parents.
That's nothing to brag about, Ortega.
Takes Amtrak across the country, shows up to the hotel a few days or a week early, stays at the hotel, scopes the place out. Then Trump's doing they're doing that comedy thing, and he sneaks into the fucking room. He got off 10 shots. I guess only one of them hit a dude. Gets off 10 shots, hits some cop in the chest who's wearing a bulletproof vest. Did you see when they threw him to the ground, they ripped off all his clothes to make sure he wasn't carrying any weapons? That's a fucking G move.
He was naked.
Yeah, they ripped off all his fucking clothes.
I wonder if they checked him.
That's fucking awesome.
Checked him too? Do you think they checked him?
You would have checked him. What if that was your... Do you know that the guy... You know the dog shows that they have, that famous dog show, the Berkshire or Birmingham or whatever that famous dog show they have? You know that there's a guy there, I saw a documentary on him. He picks up the poop when the dog shit at the dog show, and he does that professionally. He makes $200,000 a year.
That's crazy, just to pick up shit. Let's talk about why do you think...
What if your job was to check people's buttholes at prison?
I do that for free.
Just check their buttholes for like weed and shit.
What about Netflix? Can we talk about that?
I don't know. Okay,
that's fine. I don't know.
I just know too much. Do you know what I mean?
Can I give my outside perspective? Because I don't know really as much. Sure. Hey, it wasn't his fucking baby, dude. He didn't give a fuck about it. And I'm not going to sit here and shit on people for believing in it and wanting to jump into a ship that Greg was a part of, because look how CrossFit turned out. I mean, it's the Carnival crew. It's the biggest ship in the fucking ocean. And the amount of fucking millionaires Greg has created as a result of CrossFit is insane. So I'm not, even if your motive isn't money, of course you would want to join Greg. But like people said from the start, he doesn't really give a fuck about it. It's not his. It's not like he doesn't care. And no one believed those people. And it's not Greg's fault either. What is he, fucking 70 years old? How old is Greg?
I went swimming with Taylor, just me and Taylor. Biomaxpeptides.com, use code LEGENDS. They got us a really fucking nice house.
I'm getting more peptides sent to me. How old is Greg, dude?
And 69? 65?
Yeah, like, of course he doesn't want to run a fucking company every day. He's got kids and he's 69, dude. He wants to be 69ing and teaching his kids.
If you listen to all the shows that he's on Wednesdays, you know exactly what happened. If you were listening, you know exactly what happened. Because none of it's been hidden. It's just like you just have to. And John Jensen, this dude is a hillbilly retard. Sevon uses to make fire content. What happened? Oh, I saw that. I saw that in saw a YouTube comment that said that I enable you so I can live out my Howard Stern dreams or something. It was kind of crazy.
Was Howard Stern a hillbilly?
No, but he just had wild people on the show. What were we talking about before Metfix? I was trying to weave in another story.
Greg,
we went swimming. I went swimming. So Taylor did his workout and I did my workout, and we met at the swimming pool. And we went swimming together, and we did stuff like little kids do. Like we swam back and forth underwater, back and forth across the pool. I really wanted to see you do it 3 times.
I bet Greg's do it. Hey, Greg's a fucking almost a billionaire. He could have a kid on his fucking deathbed and it would be responsible. Also, he seems like a great father to those kids. I don't know if he's always been a great father. My dad wasn't, but like
the shape of the pool is fucked up.
To the kids I met, dude, I mean, they got the life.
That pool, the shape of the pool was fucked up, right?
It was weird. It was curvy.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. Savon's like when the iPhone goes below.
You start lagging out. You are lagging out. Why are you lagging out, dude?
Dude, I'm fucking just turning off. I bet if I stood up, it would help.
Who's Angry Alice? Oh, yeah, I agree. I got the hint. I caught the hint. Topic change.
No, I don't care. I honestly don't care. You can talk about it all you want. I really don't care. I'm not censoring you.
I'm about to take a shit that's probably going to be 5 times bigger than what Bryson has held up for 4 days.
I just think that like I'm shocked on Wednesdays when he comes on the show. Every once in a while, he'll say something like, "Oh fuck, I can't believe he just said that. I wonder if other people caught that."
Yeah,
and it's been happening for. I mean, it always happens, but the last year, I mean, there's like 50 shows. It's like, wow, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. So if you put it together, I mean, he's really into the philosophy of science. I mean, that's his thing. That's his fucking jam. So, and he said anytime I bring up CrossFit and shit that's going on, he'll say just straight up on the air, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with shit like that anymore."
Yeah, and go to the Metfix Instagram. Their whole thing is belly, body, brain. It's like the workout of the day. Their workout of the day is deadlift, 5-5, 3-3-3, 1-1-1-1. Really? Oh, did you get that from CrossFit? It's like, of course he doesn't give a fuck. It's just CrossFit. That's all Metfix is CrossFit.
But Janelle, I noticed he was stepping back. I don't think he was ever stepping back. I don't think he ever stepped in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have to go take an enormous fucking dump.
Oh, good, because I need to go. I'm like tingling all over and shit.
Yeah, at least 5 Keurigs.
You guys are gonna be prairie dogging.
I'm prairie dogging right now.
I hate yawning on the air because I don't want it to be contagious. Okay, cool. Listen, I'll be back later on today. We have a very, very, very special guest on the.
Who are you going on with today?
Dave Castro Weekend Review.
Oh, is that with Hobart?
Very special guest.
James, come on our journal show, dude.
Hey, dude, it's crazy how many people have asked you to come on the journal show.
Yeah. No, the answer is no. Yeah. Oh, now that we're doing something that now all of a sudden you like and you want to benefit from it. I mean, guys, I love you guys, but no.
Hey, and you know what's crazy about that? I looked at that show and it didn't have a shitload of views, but the impact is massive. The amount of comments and DMs
it's just gonna
and
go
shit
crazy and crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It shows the difference between like views versus impact. It's crazy.
It is such a fabric. I have to change my sweatpants.
All right. Love you guys. Taylor, thanks for coming on. I don't know what the schedule is. I'm going to get with Caleb and Souza. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to everyone, especially this weekend. I saw and learned so much at the Legends event.
Go to Sentinel for a free trial. Sentinel.com. Trainsentinel.com.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jeremy. Wait, don't do it. I'm sorry.
I'll talk to you guys later. If you want to come harass us later, come on. A very special guest who loves being harassed. Thank you, Mr. Lange. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Rambler. Thank you, Dan Guerrero.